guys, welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're going to react to Goat Piece episode 500. Guys, 500 episodes. What a milestone, right? What a milestone. Half the show, almost half the show. You guys told me there are even more episodes now, so it's not 1,000 episodes. It's over 1,000 episodes, which is crazy. Yeah, you know my issues with my grandma. Well, last night she didn't call me, so now I feel a bit more rested. I even had time to get a haircut, so I don't look like a Chewbacca in front of you. Yeah, now we can enjoy the show, okay? But yeah, last episode we got that funny little backstory within the backstory of Ace and the others meeting this old man who taught him how to fight and how to be a pirate, and then he sailed away. So let's see what we get next, because this is one long backstory, and I really do hope SABO survives. Because that would mean that Luffy still has a brother. Because he's low-key like another brother, bruh. Like a brother from another mother. Like, literally like Ace. They're like, everything that Luffy went through with Ace, he went through with SABO too. So they're pretty much brothers, right? But that being said, if you enjoy my reactions, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Patreon, support your boy, Discord, all that. Let's go. Yeah, they're still playing in their treehouse. Yeah. See, it's amazing that the weather conditions are literally like they're at sea and their imagination is running wild, which is now we can finally see they're actually just kids, even though they're OP kids beating up adults when they want to. They're just kids, man. Like, look at them. This is a big storm. It's like a typhoon. Help him! Nah, they're crazy. But man, one slip away from being a pancake, and they're laughing. I guess he's rubber, so. Oh, it's destroyed? Wait, Sabo's dad put a bounty on his head. He wants his son back because the celestial dragons are coming, right? That was the plot where we left things off. And that's why these people are keeping a close eye on them. Everybody wants that bounty, right? And that pirate blue gem as well. He found. You better not get abducted, though. I knew it. Oh, this. Ooh, they're here. Nice backup. Okay, they came a long way. Because in the beginning of this little backstory arc, they were all very afraid of Blue Gem. And now they're saying if they work together, they can whoop them? See? Killing? I'm pretty sure Ace said he never killed anybody before, right? When Sabo and Ace tried to off Luffy, none of them had the guts. Fight him! Who's this? Soldiers? Oh, he's dead.
ギリギリ間に合ったようだな。お父さん。サボはうちの子だ。子供が産んでもらった親の言いなりに生きるのは当然の義務。よくも貴様ら、サボそそのかして家出させたな。チンピラもどきの小僧どもが。うちの財産でも狙ってんのか。なんだとてめえ。
What an interesting philosophy. Like, kids have to live how their parents want them to because they brought them into this world. Shouldn't that be the other way around? I mean, I understand the parents have the authority over kids while they're kids because they're responsible for them. I can agree to that. But his philosophy should be the other way around. You brought them here without their say-so. Like, they didn't have a say in you bringing them here. So, like, the way he said it implies, like, oh, they're my, like, property. Like, but, I understand the philosophy, but it's a very outdated way of thinking. Well, I guess not really. But I just wouldn't personally agree with it. But yeah, parents do have some authority over their kids because they are responsible, right, for them until they're of age. But at the same time if they're abusive and but I guess they weren't really abusive to Sabo, more mentally abusive, right? Because they kept pressuring him to do what they want. Like he ran away, right? So it's an interesting dialogue.
こら海賊子供を殴るにも気をつけたまえクズ同然の子供の血が飛んだではないか
My man said, be careful about hitting the kid. I don't want his blood on me. He wasn't like worried for the kid.
やめてくれよ俺はそそのかされてなんかいねえ
True.
自分の意思で家を出たんだ
お前は黙っていろおい
サボ何でも言う通りにするよ言う通りに生きるからだからこの二人を傷つけるのだけはやめてくれ
Okay, Oda. Like, I'll agree with this. Let's agree on this, okay? This gentleman can take him home, and Sabo can live off his days as a noble, the way his father intended him to live. And that's it with Sabo in this backstory, right? Because that would imply that Sabo's still alive somewhere out there, and Luffy, low-key, still has a brother, right? It would also imply that they're not as close as Ace and Luffy were, because Ace and Luffy obviously continued their journey after this and bonded even more, but that would imply that Sabo is still alive. Because the alternative is Sabo goes apeshit crazy, attacks somebody, and he dies, right? And then Luffy and Ace bond even more over that. But it's interesting to see that his father didn't learn a single thing after Sabo ran away. He's still the same prick. I guess it's true what they say, you can't teach an old dog new
お
tricks.
願いします大切な兄弟なんだサボ
They are.
今すぐ家に帰るんだくだらん海賊ごっこはこれでしまいにしなさい
おい行くなよ
おとなしくしてる
He doesn't have a choice.
振り切れ俺たちなら大丈夫だ
And Blue Jam's still gonna kill
この
them.
ガキどもはどうするんで
アジトに連れてこい
Yeah, he's still gonna kill them.
ほどけもう一度勝負しろ今度は負けねえぞ海賊の方がすげえに決まってんだろサボが言ってた
俺はおめえらに同情してるんだぜおい縄をほどいてやれ貴族のガキがなんでわざわざ高町からグレーターミナルなんぞへ来たと思うもうあのガキに近づいたりしねえよなそうする気なら今ここでおめえらを殺しとかにはならねえ
Okay, so this is good. Blue Jam seems to have a decent heart. He's telling them, like, I promised that guy that paid me you won't bother them again. So if you promise me not to bother them again, if you promise me you learned your lesson and you just go home, then I don't have to kill you. Very interesting. But this Sabo thing really made me think. Because Sabo is a decent kid, man. Even though he's a noble and he comes from a pricklish family, obviously, right? They see others below them and all that. Like... Isn't it fair to say in such a vast world of One Piece, there's one normal kid that thinks like Ace, Luffy, and Sabo, like thinks freely, and is a kid of a celestial dragon? Like the top dog of this universe. Are they all pricks? I don't think so. There must be one like Sabo that wants to leave or something, right? Because they recognize, they have their own thoughts, and they recognize that their whole family are monsters. So that's an interesting thought.
兄弟を思うならほっとくのがあのガキのためさ
サボのあいつのためでもサボは高町を嫌ってた
そいつのことは忘れてやんなそれが優しさってもんだ大人になりゃわかるそれとなおめえらとはポルシェーミの一件での因縁があるがあれはもういいむしろ俺は強いやつの方が好きだだからおめえらに話がある悪い話じゃねえ
Oh, let me guess. He's gonna ask them to join his crew. Because, yeah, these little brats have potential. I can't even lie, right? But they're gonna say no. And there's gonna be a fight.
俺は今人手が欲しいんだおめえら俺の仕事を手伝わねえか
How much will you pay?
サボがいねえと嫌だ俺
我慢しろ俺だってそうさサボを連れ戻してだけど本当のサボの幸せが何なのか俺に
See? How is Ace so smart here when he was a kid, right? Then he died by like turning around and getting rage baited by Akainu's dumbass, bro. What? Ace was really, really thoughtful here. He even agreed to work because he understood that that's the better option than to fight Blue Gem with Luffy. And it gives him time to stay close to Sabo and think it over whether Sabo needs them or not. This is
だから
crazy.
ね様子を見ようあいつは強い
See?
本当に嫌ならまた必ず戻ってくるさその時のためにも海賊貯金だって増やしておくんだ
Huh. He's thinking long term.
エースとルフィのせいじゃない。
事実を言えないとどういうことだお前まさか余計なことを言わないよう奴らに釘を刺されている
This guy's so far gone, he can't comprehend the fact that his kid doesn't like this life, doesn't like his parents, thinks that they're stuck up and pricklish. He can't even fathom that thought. So it must be the other kids. They influenced him in a bad manner. This is yo.
あいつらはそんな奴らじゃない。
前科があればこの高町でのご家族の評判に関わりますし
二人がそんなに大事なら今どうすべきかよく考え
Now this guy's a monster, man. He's not even a celestial
お前
dragon.
は
He's just
頭のいい子だ答えはすぐ出るはず
あの二人には何もしねえって約束したじゃねえか。だから俺はここへ帰ってきたんだ。
Yeah, Sabo, but if we're being fair, you also told him, don't do it, Dad. I'll do it. I'll live how you want me to live. So this is also a part of how he wants you to live. With no criminal record. So you can't have it both ways, right?
罪は罪さ。俺たち三人とも自分の意思で。
まったくこんな頭の悪い息子を持ってしまう不幸
He's gonna pay him.
分かってくれるかね君
ご苦労がつきませんな
大きくなって
お母さん。
Insane.
さあステリーお兄様にご挨拶を
はじめましてお兄様。ステリーと言います。8歳です。
Okay, so Sabo's been gone for at least 8 years. Because, yeah, Ace and him did say that they were gathering that treasure for 5 years. So you're telling me 8 years passed and Sabo left his home? They have a whole nother kid? That's 8 now? Diabolical.
誰だ。
Yeah, who is he? That's your
養子だ
brother.
よ当然貴
adopted.
族の家系で優秀な子だしかしまあ事情があり親が子育てを放棄してな将来有望な子なのでうちで引き取った明日からお前も勉強があるんだからな
Damn, so they got a replacement. They don't care about Sabo. They just want an heir to do their bidding.
お前、これで終わる気か。
Yeah, Ace was really passionate. Look at this guy.
お兄様。おめえバカなんだって。お父様とお母様が散々言ってたよ、陰で。
Damn.
しかし白雲は強いね。明日の夜は可燃ゴミの日だ。あのままグレイターミナルにいたら、きっと死んでただろうな、お前。
Ooh.
まあ、俺にはこの家の実の息子なんて帰ってこねえ方がよかったけど。
Yeah, he can still kick your ass.
お父様に言いつけるぞ。
今の話なんだよ。
族たちは万が一にもこの国の汚点が天竜人の目に留まらぬようグレーターミナルを全て焼き尽くすことにしたんだそうすればこの国はきれいになる
人もか。
Damn. I mean, he's gonna go back, try and warn Luffy and Ace and everybody, right? And it's not just Luffy and Ace. He cares about the people down there because he pretty much grew up with them, right? Living there. And we saw they were nice to him. But this is very interesting because the messed up part here is they're gonna cause a fire and burn everything without warning those people to leave, right? But if they were to warn them first, I couldn't really be against it because that territory is still the part of the kingdom and they can't unilaterally, right, make the decision to clean it up, burn everything, right? So, right? Like they see them as homeless people on public property that belongs to the kingdom. So by law, they have the right to do whatever they want with that territory. And just because some people decided on their own to stay there doesn't give them the right to stay there. So, like, right, if they just warned them first before setting the fires up, you can't really you can justify it, right? Like, oh, we warned them. If they stayed, they wanted to get burned alive, right? But it's still messed up. I see the issue, right? It's because, damn, they see it as a stain on their reputation of a kingdom. And they're doing all of this because of celestial dragons, right? It's similar to when an important person comes to like New York and one of these big cities that's very dirty, and then they clean up the whole, right, city for that person to come, and then right after it goes down to shit, right? So it really sends a message that the government doesn't really care about like common people because they let them live in dirt with rats infested and all that, right? But when somebody they deem important comes, oh yes, they do have the money to clean the city and everything, right? So, hey.
Oi!
Oh, he kept the pole too. Right?
あいつら昼間の
明日の作戦は完璧か。決して不備があってはならない。我々
Oh, the job, the map they gave Luffy and Ace to deliver those packages. Those were explosives. Blue Gem and his pirates are in on this shit. And Luffy and Ace are helping to burn down Great Terminal without knowing.
海賊たちだ。うまくゴミを燃やしてもらわなきゃな。明日の予定時刻までにブルージャム一味がグレイターミナル中に油と爆薬を配置している手はずだ。
Adorable and simple-minded. Hilarious. Yeah, Sabo
街
thinks...
の様子だって普段と何も変わらないな。
Well, it's not, Sabo.
今日は風が強いな。
さようでございます、国王様。
事故も起きやすかろう。火事など気をつけねば。
まったくでございます、国王様。探せ高町中央。
Damn. Yo. The player just shot, like, what? Okay, guys, I fixed the issue for some reason. The player just shut down on me.
国王様。サボが屋敷内にいない。ご骨。
Yeah, we saw this. Oh my god, did I just mess it up? Did I just mess it up? I just messed it up, didn't I? Damn. Give me a second again. Okay, guys, I think I finally got it. Let's go.
火事はやっぱり本当なんだ。
おい君、
どういうことだ。みんな知ってるのか。知ってて普段通りの生活をしてるのか。
They don't
誰
care.
もグレーターミナルが火事になることを騒がないのか。
おや、すまないね。うちの犬が失礼よ。そんなに息を切らしてどうしたんだね、坊や。
いや、なんでも。
そうかね、ならいいんだが。火事のことは皆が黙認すべきことだ。もし高町以外の人間に漏れたらどうする？我々は特別なんだ。君も貴族の子なら。おい君！
エース、ルフィ、この町はどうかしてる。みんな行かれてる。これから人が死ぬと知っていてもいつものように過ごし笑顔さえ浮かべてる。この国の人間たちは今夜国の汚点を焼き捨てる気なんだ。グレーターミナルから逃げろ、エース、ルフィ。逃げろ、エース、ルフィ。
You know, I love this because he just found out it's not just his family that's messed up. The whole town is screwed up, right? He doesn't want to stay here. He doesn't want to be a part of this. Like if this comes with being nobility, he doesn't want it because this is messed up. They don't care about human lives. And I thought, well, maybe you can justify it by thinking, oh, they just think it's trash out there, right? But it looks like by trash, they also mean human trash, somebody who's below them. And they're probably afraid of a mutiny and them trying to get into the kingdom, the city walls, right? If they hear about the fire, that's why they're keeping it hush-hush. Plus, they probably want them all to burn so they don't have to deal with them anymore, right? The garbage that something they deem garbage, the garbage of this kingdom, their shame, right? And all because a celestial dragon is coming. This is insane. Like I said, there's no way Sabo's the only kid that said no to all of this. Out of all these children, out of all the celestial dragons, and I mean, I guess you have all the money, freedom as a celestial dragon, as a noble, you don't care. But come on, there has to be one boy like Sabo who said no. And why do I still have a feeling this boy Sabo is about to die? And even that 1 in a million is gonna be gone, bro. There's no hope in this world, man. This just pissed me off. But a very good episode. They really portrayed where it all came from. Why Sabo rejected his family, right? And now he even found out it's not just his family that's messed up. It's this whole damn city. They're all soulless. That was deep. I'll see you, Oda. I like this. That being said, I really enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Love you. Enjoy. And bye.